And we are live, boys and girls. I hope everyone is having a very blessed day today. This 23rd of July, 2026. I was about to say 2028 or 2008 there, because that day still hasn't ended for me yet. Hello, everyone. I hope you are all having a very wonderfully blessed day. I am. I actually got to go to the acupuncturist today and had a really good session. I'm not in as much pain. I'm happy, 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 happy. And tonight, Allison Crazy will hopefully be here in a little bit. She just got off of work. They're making their dinner before they come on today. Please hit the like button there on YouTube and on the Rumble side. Today we have starting out, we have Wavo and Casey as my co-hosts today. Wavo, tell everybody hello.
I was about to say, if you're going to tell me to tell them where they can find me, it's a wee bit early in the stream for that.
Yes, I know. I'm just wanting everybody to say hey and get started.
Yay!
Casey currently got himself muted, so hopefully.
Yeah, well, Casey's got some visitors in his room right now, so.
Okay. Well, whenever he's back, we'll let him introduce himself. Today, this past week hasn't been a big, heavy week for most people. In fact, for some people, they were able to get a load off, especially if they were eating some Taco Bell. I know, I was one of them. Let's see. Our news stories for this week. We've got a Nintendo update that's coming tonight.
The two separate Nintendo updates.
Yep, we got the Jimothy the Racoon to talk about. We've got China. It's now been proven that China has compromised voter rolls of 18 different states. And we've got some good news coming out of Europe that the European Union Parliament is trying to get a resolution passed to recognize Christianophobia, to finally get past the whole, it doesn't exist, because there's been so much anti-Christian violence going on that they just can't ignore it no more. That the Dutch and Croatian representatives are pushing for this resolution. Fingers crossed it's going to happen, because there has been so much anti-Christian hate crimes going on around the planet. It's not even funny. And that's pretty much our heaviest story for this week. So there is that. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a blessed day out there in viewers land. And hey, Jason Love, how you doing, brother? Jason says, hello, Richard Spate, Casey, and Wavo. And he's giving us a little wavy hand thing.
Yay! Hey, Jason Love, how are you doing?
Now, one of the things that's got me is the fact that, Monday I wasn't feeling so hot, and Nadine brought home some Taco Bell. Tuesday morning sucked, man. It sucked in the bad way. I spent the entire Tuesday morning in the bathroom. Pooping. Just a pooping. And just a pooping. And it wasn't the nice kind of pooping either. You know.
Mind your detail there, Richard. You're getting into the TMI. You're getting into the TMI range. I
Yeah,
wouldn't want to break out the tangent bell before the stream even starts.
true. The lettuce that Taco Bell had been using really messed a whole bunch of people up, and I was one of them. Can you guess how happy I am about that? Nope. 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 Nope.
Well, I had the same problem with the Domino's a while back, but I ended up getting sick for 2 solid months and had to go
Yep.
to the emergency room because of it.
And the son of Mars made it.
A decision I still regret to this day because I'm going to be paying that off for the next 22 fucking years.
Yeah.
What did I walk into?
We're talking
Don't
about
ask.
Taco Bell
Oh,
problems they had with their lettuce,
yeah.
and
Hey.
the fact that was what happened to me Monday. I had Taco Bell Monday night and spent all Tuesday morning in the bathroom.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
It got me. It got me in the butt. It
Jeez.
was bad.
Jeez.
And as
Are we
Jason
live?
Love says,
Are we live?
yeah,
Yes, we are.
city lettuce. City lettuce.
City lettuce. Yeah, there you go. City lettuce. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So how y'all doing?
Pretty good, brother.
I
I got
had a rough
hammered today,
week.
man. I got hammered today. I don't know about y'all, but I got hammered today.
I had a rough week. I had to cancel yesterday because I was absolutely thoroughly exhausted from lack of sleep. And the day before, I had to take off from work early because my grandmother landed in the ER.
Oh, dude, she okay?
Yeah, well, long story short, to give you the abridged version, she's been suffering from a lot of excruciating abdominal pain lately. And well, I'd say more chest pain than abdominal pain, but she finally decided to go to the ER because it was so bad. They wanted to keep her overnight and fly her to an actual hospital. But because she had a doctor's appointment the next day,
Yeah.
she managed to talk them into letting her check out against the doctor's wishes.
Really?
So,
wow.
And as soon as she got home, I legit just texted one of my friends that I'd have to stay overnight to watch over Grandpa. No sooner that I'd hit the sent button on that text than she walked in the door. Literally the microsecond I sent that text, she walked in the door.
Wow.
But as it stands right now, we're waiting to hear back from the doctors. She is waiting for an appointment. She is waiting for the doctors to reach out to her for an appointment for an MRI, which I told her, I said, don't hold your breath on that. Because y'all know how doctors' offices are.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jason Love says, "Damn, Wavo. Hopefully, she feels better eventually."
Yeah, she's like Queen Elizabeth II. She's too stubborn to die.
Yeah. Well, one of the things, we've got the acupuncture. I went on Monday, and it went really well. So it went a little bit long. That was why Nadine brought home Taco Bell, and that and the fact that when I got home, sat down, I passed out and slept hard. I'm talking, boom, I was out. And she called, and I picked up the phone. She's like, "Oh shit, you're out of it." And I'm like, she's like, "I'll bring food home," and she brought home Taco Bell, and I had Taco Supreme, crunchy Taco Supremes, because that's my favorite. I love me some taco supremes, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I love me some sour cream, and it hit the spot just perfect until the next morning. Yeah, buddy, I lost some weight. I'll give it that. And
No different than if you'd taken certain sets of herbs to clean you out. Would have given the same effect.
I had that lettuce, man, that messed you up.
Well, I mean, the fact is most people think they try to eat fiber and this and that. Hey, look, if you can get some powdered senna,
Yeah.
that'll do just as well as any sort of milk and magnesia. There's tons of herbs and stuff like that are out there. So if you find yourself in the wilderness, you could always find some natural fibrous powders that or material that could help, with all that sort of stuff. You just got to clean them out,
Oh, yeah.
Make sure an animal hasn't done their business on them and stuff like that. And then once you do that, hey, you're good to go. Anything other than that will slow you down and make you more, make you more susceptible, to whatever else the hell is out there.
Oh yeah. Well,
But yeah. So while you got hammered by that, I got hammered by the market, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything took a nosedive. But as they say, there is a silver lining to these things. The fact that some people are looking into Newsom fraud in California. So always look on the bright side of life. Doo-doo.
Yep.
Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
Well, the bright side for me is I don't do the stock market. It's too unstable.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
One of the things, that the acupuncture thing that's been, I'm actually showing improvement from it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the pain levels are getting manageable again. The swelling in my leg has gone down. In fact, today when my sister took me up there, took off my compression sock so he could see that the swelling had went down, because I said he was asking how I was doing, say about the cumulative effects of the acupuncture. And I was like, well, you're not going to believe this, but the swelling in my leg has actually gone down. He said, really? And I'm like, yeah, here, take a look. And I took my compression sock off, and he's like, oh, that's good, because you actually see the definition of my foot.
Where did you get your compression socks?
The first set that I got was from the VA, but I've been ordering off of Amazon.
Yeah. You're gonna have to shoot me what brand that is and stuff. Because ever since we went remote and stuff, I work most of my time sitting down, which I was not accustomed to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when I had a desk job, I was up and about and just not accustomed to this shit. Excuse my French. And so for the first time in my life, I actually ordered some, and I haven't tried them, but
I order them in 6-packs.
Yeah.
And they come up to just above the knee, and they work great.
Yeah. I'll shoot you over what I bought. But I'm trying to look for some that are made here.
Yeah.
Here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here.
Well, there is a company that makes some, but they're more expensive. That has the copper woven.
Yeah.
Into.
Yeah.
I only wear those I only wear those on those occasions when I'm going to be out all day.
Yeah.
Because that's my big thing. It's like if I'm going to be out all day, I break out the expensive ones, because odds are, I'm going to need that support to be able to make that whole day out.
Well, I know what to get you for Christmas now.
There you go.
Yeah.
I just, I'm looking for what I'm looking for because, there's certain measurements that actually provide good blood flow for anybody listening. Try to get something to get you between 20 and 30 millimeters of mercury pressure. That's counterbalancing pressure to alleviate the work that your heart has to do to get the blood back up into your body.
Hey, Janet
Okay.
from another planet is
Hey,
here.
Janet. Yeah, the crazy thing about it is that you'll find all these brands. I'm not going to tell you from where, but you'll find all these brands on Amazon. They're not made here in the States. They have inconsistent quality, and you're going to get inconsistent results. I'm just going to leave that right there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, give me 1 second.
So how you doing, Casey?
Pretty good. Hey, I wanted to apologize just as we were about to start. The lady came in and she came in to give me dinner, and she brought somebody with her that I didn't think you'd necessarily want to hear.
It's all good, brother.
That's all right. I know big thing.
Well, I
Janet
know.
from another planet, I sent you a link if you'd like to join the party. Tonight, since this week hasn't been that massive of news going down.
That's just because we haven't reported it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, our big news stories that we still have is the EU Parliament resolution about recognizing Christianophobia, China compromising voter rolls of 18 states, including my home state, Huevo's and Marcelo's home state is on that list.
Yep.
Really? Florida of all states.
Yes, Florida is on the list.
Yep.
What about
what counties? You know what counties we're playing footsie?
Yeah. What about Indiana, which is my real home state?
All right, let me take a look.
It's on that list.
Look. Give me a second.
It's on the list. It's on the list.
Indiana is.
It's on the list. As is Illinois, but that
No,
shouldn't surprise
well,
anybody.
Well, actually, according to Richard, it's not. But I told Richard that that didn't count because
It's on the list.
in Illinois they do so much voter fraud that basically when they do it, it's just voter fraud. Okay, it's Tuesday. All right, we got it.
See what I mean?
Yeah, not all of them have been listed on the list that I've got.
See, here's the thing. When they announced that, Richard, they announced it with 4 states. Okay? Now, I'm not a mathematician, but that is less than 10% of all the states combined.
Yep.
Okay? Now, if we wanted to be conservative, nothing wrong with that. And we say, okay, great. Instead of 10 times, let's say it's only 9 times that number, because there's more than 10 times the number of states, but not all states are the same size. Great. So we take 250,000 people and we multiply that by 9. Okay? That's over 2 million people. Really? You mean to tell me the margin in the 2020 election was bigger than that number of people?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that right there. And that's before the 20 some odd million that came in after. And that also is not counting the dead people who could still vote.
Yeah, Chicago style voting.
Yep.
I mean, I swear, Casey, I took their voter registration when I took them home for you, but mistakes happen.
I understand. That it does happen. It happens a lot in Illinois whether they want to tell you it does or not.
Well, I'm still looking into the Obama Presidential Center library thing. It's super messed up. That whole thing. I mean,
well, you know,
contractors that have been forced into bankruptcy because they did not get paid by the Obama people for building it is so fracking insane. It's not even funny. And these were all minority owned and operated companies. You know, they made such a big deal about, oh, we're only going to be hiring these minority owned and operated companies to build this thing. And the fact that it ran over and all this other stuff, and the fact that the majority of the contractors didn't even get paid.
And to make it even worse, it's an ugly building. It doesn't even look like anybody.
Ugly is being nice, Casey.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I was giving it the benefit of the doubt.
It looks like
it's not the building's fault.
It looks like a giant concrete condom.
Well, I was going to say it looked like a super villain's lair.
No, that's unfair to Doomcock, and you know it.
Yeah.
Hey,
actually, no, more like a giant stone butt plug.
Yes, that works. Oh my God! It's Harvey Cthulhu's base of operations.
Don't let Harvey hear you say that.
Oh God! Next time I get to talk to the boss, I've got to tell him that whatever he does, he can't let Harvey find out that since Cthulhu is now in the public domain, that the gays have gotten a hold of Cthulhu and are making him into a gay icon.
Oh God!
That's disgusting.
Oh God!
That's disgusting.
Is nothing sacred to these people? No, that's a stupid question.
Nothing.
That is the stupidest question I could ever ask.
Oh
Dude,
God!
Nothing is off limits. Casey, go.
Can you see? I'm getting this image of a Cthulhu doing, with the glow sticks, doing the whole Pedro Pascal thing. Oh jeez.
You mean with the rainbow candy cane?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. And then your little pride praying do-rag.
Yes. Oh God, this is gonna be so much fun. If I could get
dude,
talk to the boss about this, to where we could.
Let me put it this way: that
with AI, oh God, it would be so much fun. Problem is, Doomcock could be screaming at me, going, "No, you cannot play it, so Harvey can see it because it'll piss him off."
You should play it. I hid the key that covers the box that holds the button. Go ahead. Hey, what do you think I do on third shift? Casey doesn't have me running all the time.
Hey, I try, Marcelo. I try.
I need variation in my work. So what do? I clean up after the damn squid.
Yeah. Well, it's just so freaking hilarious, man. And but yeah, we got a good bit today because Wavo shared with us as we were getting ready the new trailer for the Acme Coyote vs. Acme movie. That just looks so good, and it's being released at the end of August. Wavo, you got it ready to roll?
Yeah. Let me pull it up real quick.
You kind of remind me of the weasel from Foghorn there for a minute.
Let's
careful.
See. It's this one.
Be careful, dum-dum.
All right, it's up.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Make it big, Bubba. Make it big.
I don't think I can. I think that's as big as I can make it, actually.
Have you ever set a big stack of TNT on the road, hoping to blow up your nemesis, but the detonator itself explodes?
It just dawned on me. That guy kind of sounds like somebody's trying to do an impression of Donald Trump. It does.
Have you ever pulled the ripcord of your parachute and only a bunch of silverware comes out? It's not your fault.
Acme is evil.
You're looking at the guy who is taking on the biggest corporation in the world.
They're suing us for every Acme product.
Acme denies all charges. That is for you. All I gotta do is walk out the store right now. Please don't. This is not funny. Cartoons are supposed to be funny.
It's exciting. All eyes on you, ready to show what you got.
Acme has knowingly been making dangerous products for decades. Is there anyone in the whole world who cares what happened to the coyote at all?
Yeah, I do.
He's one of the most hardworking people I've ever met. He would never think of quitting. And I think everyone should be inspired by that.
Oh, just one scared. I want to ruin.
We're all counting on you. Bye. I'm here for the pantsless modeling gig.
What'd you see?
I saw.
You tall? I don't pay you to think you tall. I pay you to tall.
I did saw.
What did you tea? What did you tall?
Only in theaters August 28th.
Love it.
The question there is, how much did they have to clean up in post to be able to put it out on theaters?
If that trailer is any indication, this is going to be a masterpiece.
Marcelo?
I think it's a different movie altogether. That's my professional opinion.
You know, I'm just hoping that this, because I know they made it a while back, and it's sat on the shelf for a long time.
I don't think it's the same movie. I'm sorry.
What are you comparing it to, though?
Things that they were saying that were themes in it, unless they really doctored up this trailer, there's not a hint of the W word here.
From what I understand, from what I've heard, what the W word was never even a concept in this movie.
Yeah.
I have never once, ever heard that word associated with this movie.
What I had heard was that they
Hey, Janet from another planet, how you doing?
Hi, guys.
I am hearing double now.
Wow. So the place just got upgraded.
Oh, let's see. All right, I'm not hearing.
No,
all right, everybody sound off right quick. See if we got more double.
ABC 1, 2, 3. See, there's echo.
It's because Janet's not wearing headphones.
Oh, okay.
But I don't hear an echo. Do you guys hear an echo?
Echo doesn't. I mean, excuse me. Janet does not have to do a damn thing, Warrior. Leave her alone.
I don't hear one, but you guys hear one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll live with an echo as long as we leave things as they are.
Well, I don't hear anything. I don't hear an echo myself.
All right, give me 1 second, guys.
Do continue.
Oh shit! But yeah,
Now, what
this
movie?
this
I
movie.
missed the review because I wasn't watching it. What was it about? Which one was it?
Oh, the Coyote versus Acme
Yeah, I haven't.
trailer dropped today. It's supposed to be the last trailer, and it looks so good.
Is it from Warner Brothers?
Yes.
They own all that stuff still, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but
It's being put out by a group called Ketchup Entertainment.
Yep.
Because they bought the movie and distribution rights to the movie.
Yeah. Because Warner Brothers was sitting on it.
Yeah.
And
They figured that they would have to take a write-off on it, like they did with the Batgirl film.
And Batgirl, from what I heard, was Batgirl was so woke and just was, the message was so overwhelming that they just couldn't. They didn't want to risk destroying the IP. And I just look at it as the Coyote versus Acme doesn't seem to have any woke shit in it.
I would hope not.
And I'm looking forward to this movie. I actually I'm gonna see what I can do to find somebody to take me to go see it. Just like I've been trying to see if I can find somebody to take me to go see the new Minion movie.
If I were close by you, Richard, I'd pick you up and take it, because growing up, I'm just going to make a full disclosure, and don't be hating, start participating. Growing up, I kept rooting for the Coyote. I said what I said.
Yes, I can relate to that.
So did I, actually.
I'm sorry, but that Roadrunner felt really entitled to me.
Yeah.
Well, I have to be honest, Marcelo. I think we have our next legal case, because I know how to get Acme off. What about
phrasing?
Okay, Scrubbies.
I always wondered why nobody ever had anything delivered to him. So that, like some soup or stew or something, so that he could at least eat, and maybe he wouldn't want to keep hunting,
Yeah.
Then we wouldn't have much of a show.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but he's gonna get hungry again. But one meal wouldn't be such a bad thing, like
but
something.
Back in those days, though, they didn't have Desert Dash.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't have Desert Dash.
Well, they had Acme. Acme had everything.
True.
And he never ordered any food. That was another thing.
No, he did order food. It was just bird seed.
Oh, well,
but he only ordered it as bait.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, the Roadrunner ate almost every episode, but you never got to see him eat.
The thing that gets me is, where is PETA land in all of this? Which is the actual endangered species out here, ladies and gentlemen? Is it the Roadrunner, or is it the Desert Coyote?
Last I heard, the Desert Coyote was on the endangered list.
Thank you.
Personally, I'm of the persuasion that the Roadrunner was actually the villain.
Yeah, I can see that.
Do continue.
Well, you think about it. Everything, even among the Acme products, when the Acme products don't fail, it's always they work perfectly until the Roadrunner gets involved. Once the Roadrunner is around, that's when they start self-destructing.
Thank you.
All right. The echo is whenever Casey and Marcelo talks.
Fine. Let me change. Is that better? No, apparently not.
I'll tell you what, I'll just mute myself.
I don't hear an echo from anyone.
Yeah, it's weird. It's only whenever Marcelo and Casey were talking was there an echo popping back. And I don't know where it's coming from.
Am I? I know I was echoing a minute ago, but
not anymore.
I'm not now.
What about now? No, it's still echoing.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of an echo there.
It's weird. I mean, I've been playing around with my audio settings over here, so
it sounds. But Jason Love is right. It does sound kind of cool. So
yeah, it's like we're in an auditorium, you know?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, don't worry about it, Casey. Go ahead and unmute, dude.
You are a little bit in an auditorium because you have a bunch of people watching you.
Oh yeah. Plus
So
the fact we're sitting out here in the middle of nowhere, or sitting around a campfire talking. It's just the way it goes.
Marcelo, I'd like to ask you something. I mean,
whatever it is, I didn't break it.
Okay. What I want to know is one of my favorite Roadrunner cartoons at the end, after Coyote, gets his rump kick. You see the box that the stuff came in, and it said, it's got the Acme name on it, but it's got a Roadrunner logo. So my thing is, how much can you blame Acme when you have a Coyote that would buy something that had a Roadrunner for trademark? That's gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
It means
Well,
that
I've
the
also
Roadrunner's
heard
making all the money.
Yeah. I've also heard a fan theory that the company is actually run by relatives or at least friends of the Roadrunner.
Thank you. Making my point for me. The board of directors of Acme Inc. are all friends of the Roadrunner. I said what I said.
Yeah, so therefore you can't really blame the Coyote. So he, the only thing you can say is that if he's too stupid, to look at the box to see who actually made it,
well,
and do his due diligence.
You see, the thing is there, Casey, that unfortunately, back in those days, the Coyote only had access to the regular mainstream media.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Makes
world.
you think. Makes you think.
Yep. Our
The
next
thing is
bit is
the
one
Roadrunner
of
always knew what was about to happen because he could see what he had ordered.
Yeah.
So he always had a heads up.
Yeah, that kind of makes
It
sense.
never surprised him,
Mm-hmm.
But only really smart people that knew that and saw him on the box would know that, hey, he already knows what's about to happen, so he's prepared. Maybe
that would make sense.
You see, that's the sort of thing that they call the rest of us conspiracy theorists until things actually go to hell. And then, oh, it's coincidence.
Hey, Gap After Dark is in the house. How you doing, brother?
Gap.
Now, one of the things, I had been hearing about the Coyote versus Acme movie for, I want to say, at least 8 years. And the fact that it had been made and they shelved it. And Gap says, hello, son of Mars. Now, what gets me is the fact that the movie was made and they were shelving it, and they wouldn't really talk about why it was shelved. In many ways, it reminds me of what happened with the Sound of Freedom. But Sound of Freedom, I know why it was shelved, because it was all about something that the powers that be did not want people talking about. It's one of the reasons why that movie was really, really extremely well received and popular in both South America, the Pacific Rim, and the areas where that subject matter is a major issue. The whole human trafficking problems that movie's about, and the fact that it was a true story, pretty much a biopic of what caused Tim Ballard to create Operation Underground Railroad. I still remember when he first launched Operation Underground Railroad. It was right after my accident in 2008. And he went on the Glenn Beck program on Fox News, back when Glenn Beck was still on Fox News. And he launched Operation Underground Railroad, talking to Glenn Beck there on Fox News, and they started the raising the funds for Operation Underground Railroad. If anybody out there has never heard of Operation Underground Railroad, please go look it up. It is something that hits me deep in my heart, because I don't like people who mess with kids. I don't like people who hurt children. And that's one of the things that Operation Underground Railroad has. The core of Operation Underground Railroad were all government operatives who worked undercover, trying to track down and put a stop to human trafficking. And they kept having these issues where the people that they were bringing to justice were getting away, being released, because they had connections with whatever government agencies were operating back then in those areas. And so Operation Underground Railroad realized the only real way that they were going to get this to work is by no longer being part of a official government agency, because there were so many leaks within the government agencies. And so far it's been working, because what they have been doing is, once they liberate these kids, they get them out of that region and they put them in places where they can get the help that they need. And the shoot, I can't say the word. Yes, Janet, you can stream to X if you would like.
Okay, great.
I don't mind. I've never put it on X, so who knows? This might actually.
I used to when we first started this, I actually used to stream it to my own channel as well.
Yep. And Son of Mars says Sylvester was always a jerk, but Tweety Bird was always a Karen. That's the word, Gap. Can somebody say this word for me, because I can't?
Recidivism.
That's it. Because what would happen is, these kids, once they would save them and get them out of the situation, because that was all that these kids would know, or their families would know, they would somehow find themselves back in that same situation. So what they've done is they've gotten them out of that area, got them into the therapy that they need, got them the education they need, to where they wouldn't be like, well, we need the money for the family, and they'd go back to it.
Well, you got to remember also is that a lot of the children that grow up doing those things, they start doing it themselves, recruiting children and go to bus stops and hang out. or to drop them off at stadiums for ball games, right? And they just
Mhm.
walk around, and there's bored kids walking around, and they say, "Hey, you want to come outside? And we're gonna be drinking some sodas and listening to music." And the kids will go out with them because they're another kid,
Yep.
right?
Right.
And they use the children because they're programmed to think, this is normal. This is like this is the only way you're going to be able to survive. No one loves you, no one cares about you but us, that type of thing. They program them into
Yep.
it, and that's how they recruit more kids, other
Well,
kids.
remember
Yep.
what was all right back in the day, the Law and Order Special Victims Unit. You guys remember watching that back in the day?
Yeah.
When it was actually a good program.
Yep,
Mhm.
and they had this whole storyline, the Coventry storyline, to where there was a bunch of this going on, and they were using the code name Coventry.
Mhm.
That was the biggest part of it, because they were sitting there talking about the fact that it was kids that were bringing in other kids to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't know how to fix it,
Mm-hmm.
and the
And it's
only way to
hard to
do it is
prosecute. It's hard to prosecute because the children, if they're not, adults yet, they can just say, "Well, the kid. We didn't know the kid was doing it." See what I mean?
yep, and
Right.
plus
They
the
could
fact.
push the blame on the kid and let the kid go to juvie hall, right?
Mhm.
Instead of letting other people get it. And they would tell the kid, "You take the fall, and we'll make sure money goes to your family," or whatever,
Yep,
whatever it took, to get
because
them to take.
that's what's been going on with the
Mhm.
shoot, I can't remember the name of the gang that's associated with the cartels that's down there on the southern border, that's been
Wish I could
bringing
remember
people
the
into
name
the
of them.
United States
Mhm.
using kids for that very reason,
Mhm.
and the fact that the kid soldiers that the cartels have been using for that reason as well. Um, I'm trying to remember. There was a documentary that I watched about 4 years ago, where they were detailing one of this cartel, that they were recruiting kids as young as 9,
Mhm.
and was basically they started training these kids as young as 9, and was turning them into little commando assassins.
Mhm.
And
Mm-hmm.
by the time they hit 16, they were so indoctrinated into that lifestyle, it wasn't even funny. And the fact that the person that had done this documentary did it because they were actually looking for their younger brothers, who they had come to the United States and was sending money back home to take care of these of their to their family, to take care of their younger brothers. And
Mhm.
the younger brothers got picked up by the cartel and turned into these little uh, children soldiers. And that's it. That's the one gap. You've seen it too. Then it was Columbia: The Return of the Child Killers. That's it. That's the one. And watching that documentary was like, oh my god, this is some messed up shit.
Yeah.
And there's so much stuff that before we got started, me, Wavo, and Casey were talking as we were getting ready to get started about all the stuff that has gone on to corrupt our system that we have today. And Gap says it was totally messed up, unbelievable, but there it was exactly. Uh, Whenever you're disabled and you live in a lot of pain and you've got a whole lot of time to fill, watching documentaries, reading up on this stuff, because I'll see these documentaries, and I'll watch the documentary with my laptop here, and I will research what they're talking about in the documentary while watching it. And I don't recommend that this type of a lifestyle for anybody because I'm not kidding, you will see some things that will make you question how big of a magnet do I need to get that asteroid flying by to hit us full on,
Trust me, dude. I am a reaper by vacation, and I have the same thoughts.
I just
All right.
shared a link in the chat. It's called I think I shared it in the right chat. I hope I did. It's called The Eyes of the Devil.
Yeah.
It's a documentary about 4 brothels that have children 10 and under in it.
Oh man.
And it's really hard to watch, but it's mostly all blurred out. It's all about this one gentleman trying to stop this one girl that they picked up, that the group of people that are doing the brothels have a teenage girl that's pregnant, and they're going to take her baby, and she's going to sell it to them once it's born, and they'll sell it to the highest bidder, basically, which some of them could be $500,000, because believe it or not, there's sick people out there that'll pay $500,000 to have a newborn from a brothel.
Richard, you have somebody in the back.
All right, give me 1 second. Allison Crazy is in the house. Sweet.
Welcome, Alice. Right. Welcome, Crazy.
Hey.
What's up?
All right, we've got That says, I just watched the movie Snowden, and then I watched the documentary Citizen 4 about Snowden. Holy cow, all the stuff about that. Yeah, it's some really messed up shit. It's fucked up that he had to go all the way to Russia to get protection for what he found out. That still freaks me out. But that's also one of those things that Alice and Crazy are into.
No comment.
Whoa. Phrasing? Phrasing?
No comment.
All right. Alice and Crazy, I'd like you to meet Janet from another planet. Janet from another planet, I'd like you to meet Alice and Crazy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, the reason why I ended up getting sidelined was because of how good of a movie The Sound of Freedom was. And the fact that they had to buy their movie that had gotten shelved. And the same thing happened with Coyote versus Acme. I still can't get over the fact that they did that. I mean, why on earth? What was the reasoning for them shelving Coyote?
It could be lots of different reasons. A person will write a screenplay, and a production company approach them and say, "We really like your story. We want to shelf it while we look for producers, actors to do the voiceovers or whatever, the different things, and they'll pay them a certain amount of money to shelve it for a certain amount of time, like a year, maybe 2 years, while they delve into it, right? But then once it gets closer to the date, the person can take it back and sell it to someone else, or be looking themselves, saying, if it's not picked up before my time of shelving is over, then I'll sell it to you, or I'll take it from them and go with you. So whoever it was that was shelving it must have been paying the writer pretty good money to keep it shelved.
Well,
because a lot of writers shelve their products.
Well, from what I had heard, Acme, Coyote versus Acme, the movie had actually been made, and it was finished. It was ready to go. And they just shelved it. They weren't going to release it. And Crazy is letting us know that if they get cut off, they're having storms rolling through there right now.
Yeah. Fair warning.
Yeah, it's been raining here where I'm at too.
Yeah, we got rain down here in Charlotte too. It's been raining. We had a pretty big one.
It's the remnant of Bertha.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Or in other words, as we call it in South Florida, a Thursday afternoon.
Our next bit of story is we've got how many Nintendo updates do we have for tonight?
Dos.
All right, we got 2 of them. We'll hit the first one, and then we'll talk about Jimothy the raccoon, and then hit the second one.
Awesome. I have been waiting to talk about this one with a sadistic, goofy ass grin all week.
Oh, God.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so y'all remember a while back, Nintendo filed a patent for the video game mechanic of throwing a object to capture a creature with it. That patent was rejected by the Japan Patent Office.
Yes.
Nintendo submitted an appeal. The appeal has been denied, and the patent has been rejected again, with new evidence being cited in the form of, get this, I love the irony and the poetry of this, a 13-year-old Pokemon indie fan game.
Oh,
Specifically,
this isn't the porn one, is it?
Do what?
This isn't the porn one, is it?
No.
God.
Okay. All right. Cool. We
No,
can talk about
this. Let me pull it up real quick. This is the Pokemon fan game, Pokemon Generations, and what you're about to see is the exact video that the Japan Patent Office used as their evidence. Let me.
Gary would be Ash. Ash Pokemon, come on. Pokemon and move in WASD, and you can use the left click to sort of move the screen around, or you can hold right click and then hold left click, and then you can just turn. And something cool that they can't show because for some reason the other Pokemon don't attack. When you do moves like this, like the little whips, it actually deflects other Pokemon's abilities. So, say a Charmander, I was going against a Charmander and they use Ember, and I just press this, it'll deflect it.
So, this is the, I think, 0.4 or 5 beta version of Pokemon Generations, which I think was long since ceased and desisted or DMCA'd.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Nintendo, of course, being Nintendo, fired back claiming that, oh, well, you can't use that as evidence because it's a copyright violating fan game. The Japan Patent Office fired back saying, yeah, that changes nothing. The patent is still denied. Now, let me take this out of full screen real quick so I can pull up the... Now, the Patent Office's exact statement in reply to Nintendo's SAS was, quote, "This argument has no bearing on determining inventive status." They said, if Nintendo really wants to talk about copyright infringement, accuracy should take precedence. In that case, the notice would need to use cumbersome descriptions such as an object in the form of a small animal instead of Pokemon, an object in the form of a boy wearing a red cap instead of Ash, and an object in the form of a small yellow animal instead of Pikachu, An object in the form of a small green object instead of Bulbasaur, hence why I showed the that particular part of the clip, and a spherical object with a red upper half and a white lower half instead of a Pokeball. However, the patent office continues, even with such rephrasing, the legal structure for the grounds of refusal remains unchanged. Now, Nintendo has filed a petition against the rejection, but it's not looking good. This is the ultimate middle finger to Nintendo.
And this is happening in Japan.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I got to chime in on something. And that is, all I know is that right now, I think Team Rocket has about as much chance of winning that lawsuit as Team Rocket had in catching all the Pokemon.
Why do you think they're fighting
I'm
so
going to
hard
geek
to
out
get
for a
it?
second.
Yeah.
I
Now
still-
the problem is Nintendo, even if they do win this, will gain nothing. They will gain nothing from this. At this point, it's all about greed. Their whole shtick over the last several decades has been anti-consumer this, anti-consumer that. Sadly, that has leaked out to the entire rest of the video game industry. Sony.
But it hasn't stopped people from buying their products, has it?
Nope.
Okay, well then, see, they have
More
nothing to lose.
More
Nothing
and more
to
people
lose.
are waking up, though, and
Well, I
that's
know,
the
but
important
until
part.
enough people wake up and don't buy it, and then go elsewhere to buy something else, they're not going to do anything different. I mean, look at what happened to Bud Light. Bud Light really messed up, and enough people said this, didn't buy their product, and they all were scrambling to fix the mess they made, and they fixed it. So
that's why if you want to,
people say no and don't buy the product, nothing's going to get better.
Well, Sony's in the same boat.
Well, that's the thing where you go, if you really want to change things, you want to support the people that are putting together that PS3 emulator, because now they've decided to start working on a PS4 emulator.
It's a PS5 emulator they're working on.
PS4, PS5 emulator. The thing is this. If you really want to, I hate to say it this way, stick it to the man, you support the folks that are sticking it to the man.
Well, you should. If you
And
really care
Sony, well, Sony is in deep shit. A lot of people have spoken against the Sony discontinuing the physical disc.
But that's the thing.
Sony still insisted on doubling down.
Of course, and you're only going to get support from the people who stand to gain from supporting Sony, which is why the CEO of GameStop. By the way, buddy, you're welcome for us propping up your stock for the last 5 freaking years. Okay, have come out in support of, well, people really don't need physical media these days. I'm like, dude, seriously? Step outside of your little bubble for a little bit. I mean, seriously, come on. So for me, I'm willing to support the people that are putting together that PS4, PS5 emulator, to be frank.
Yeah.
Well,
Hopefully,
it has to get really bad before you're going to get enough people to say, I'm not buying any more Sony or any more Nintendo until they fix these problems that we've had in the past and start buying from other gaming companies, because the same thing has been said and bitched and moaned about with the NFL, right? And but as long as they buy the jerseys and the tickets and all the other crap, and they're making buku dollars, that you're nothing. They don't give a crap. They're not going to fix it for you because you're a peon. And you know, they're having what's his name, the rabbit guy or whatever his name is, at halftime, wearing a skirt and doing all that stuff. You're lapping up their tickets and going to their shows and buying their shit. So why would they stop doing it? As long as you're following the lead, until you say no, I'm not buying your crap. Why would they change? I mean, that's common sense.
I got a question for Richard.
Yeah.
Why haven't you invited Janet up on here before? What's your excuse? What's your excuse? I mean, seriously.
She's been up here before.
Yeah. She's been invited before. It's just the fact that
you just haven't crossed paths yet.
Yeah, Wednesdays she's busy on Wednesdays because she was able to pop in last Wednesday for what was it, 10 minutes?
Yeah, but the guy that was going to be my guest on the show showed up, and I needed to show him how to log in and do all that stuff, so I had to leave early. But
boy, all right.
But he's going to be a guest tonight also. But now he already knows how to do it, so I don't have to.
Excellent. Well, we need some more folks to make common sense like her up here.
Well, to me,
Now,
it's
one of the
common
things-
sense. You know, you save money by not buying their crappy products. You spend it on something where you get enjoyment, and they listen to the customers. I mean, how many times are you going to go to a restaurant where they never listen to you and they always mess up your order, right? You're not going to go there. So you go spend your money where you get treated better, like a good customer, good customer service. And if they're just walking up to you and giving you screw you, they don't give a crap about you. Why would you keep giving your money to them? I wouldn't.
Richard, just give Janet the microphone. We can all stay on mute for the rest of the hour. Just give her the microphone.
Just saying, it's common sense.
Well, one of the things about this whole thing with Nintendo and Sony that's got me has been it keeps boiling back to the fact you've got to listen to what your customers want. It's their money that you're trying to get. If you're going to treat me like shit, you're not getting my money. It's one of those things of to be a little bit crude. If I want a little bit of hoochie coochie, she got to give me some coochie, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, I've had
keep it clean. Keep it clean.
It's like I told the my acupuncturist today, you know, it's like my relationships have been pretty messed up because my first major relationship, her parents didn't like my ass, and
get the spray bottle, Larryville. Get the spray bottle.
I got one better.
The reason why I'm bringing this up, I've actually got a reason for it. I had a fiance that beat me. And when I say beat me, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me turn this camera on for a second.
That's a subject for a different stream,
All right.
Richard.
I'm not talking this.
That's a subject for a different stream. That may
I'm
be a
not talking this.
stream.
I'm
That's
talking
not this one.
that type of a beating.
I'm with
not this
Marcelo on this
stream.
one.
That may be the subject for a different stream, but that's not this one.
Just
Please
trust me on
continue.
this. I'm getting there.
I'm with Marcelo on this one.
About it, and he was like, "Holy crap!" And I'm like, "Yeah." And the discussion that we were having is the fact that ties it into this. You can't be in a relationship with somebody that has become abusive, and that's where this is. We have gotten into a point to where somebody who thinks they got the coochie, they get to make the rules. Okay. Look at the Nintendo and the Sony. They think that just because they make these video games, that is video games the video game industry is bigger than the movie industry, the TV industry, comic books, novels, all of it combined. And they have gotten such a big head that they think they can do anything. They're too big to fail.
Language.
They
Ego.
think they think they're too big to fail here.
Thank you.
And that's where what I'm coming to. All right. One of the
Your
things,
lady's present.
Yeah, I know. I've had this conversation with Miss Janet from another planet, and told her about my past relationships. And so, yeah, she gets it.
Wait, he said one lady, which means I am now officially one of the boys.
Hey,
Yes!
I said lady.
Yes!
I said lady.
Okay.
I want to be very clear about that. I said lady. We roll back the replay.
But like I was saying,
Someday, Alice, you'll get there.
Okay.
But like I was saying, Nintendo and Sony both, all these big companies, they think they can do anything they want. They've got all the power. They keep ignoring the fact that the person who actually has the power has the title of "We the People."
Thank you.
Okay. It's our money that they want. And the only way they can get our money is by giving us something we want. And when they stop giving us what we want, we walk away. Look at all these movies that's out there that's not making back the money that they've invested into making the movie. It's like right now they're talking all the big smack about how much Nolan's Odyssey is supposed to be making. To make back the money that got spent to make that movie, it's over $700 million they have to make just to break even. All right. It's like the Star Wars movies. They didn't even the sequel movies, the Solo, Star Wars Story, even Grogu and Mandalorian did not break even. They didn't make back the amount of money they spent on making the movie. What was the Marvel movie that came out that most definitely didn't make back the money that they spent on it? That just
Are you
came out?
talking about the
Captain
Marvels?
America?
Yeah, the Marvels and the Captain America with Mackie as Falcon Cap.
Don't forget Snow White.
Yeah, Snow White did. They spent enough money to make 3 or 4 movies, and it flopped. It flopped worse than
something real quick.
an orgy at an erectile dysfunction convention. I'm talking boingity, 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 boingity. Nothing happened. Whole bunch of really depressed women left that place going, damn it, I should never come. I'm never coming to this type of convention again. That's where they're at. That they keep pushing the message over telling a good story. But in this case, it's gotten to a point to where it's either they've gotten so greedy, like with Nintendo trying to patent something that's generic as all get out. It's not gonna. Give me a second. I gotta go back to my Zen place.
Can I interject for a second?
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, all you have to do is step back and look. Who buys most of the games? Parents, right? For their kids. And I know quite a few parents. I remember going to see one of my friends, and their little boy was playing a video game, and he was up in the nook area above the stairs, and I could hear him playing. So I walked up there to see what he was playing, and he was laughing and giggling. Oh, he might have been 8, maybe 9 at the time. And I said, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm beating up this hooker." And I went, "What?" And he goes,
beg your
"Well,
pardon?
I'm trying to get my money back from this hooker, and it's funny." And he was playing Grand Theft Auto, and I was like, "What?" I couldn't believe it. So I went downstairs and I told my friend, I said, "What game did you buy your son? He said he's beating up a hooker." And she goes, "What?" She freaked out, ran up there. She got the box and was looking at it, and he was laughing. And she turned off the TV, and she's like, "Where'd you get this game?" And he goes, "Dad got it for me." And it was like a $75 game that he bought for the kid, right? So there you go. You have parents that just go in, the kid did good on his report card or whatever, and mom or dad will buy a game for him. They don't know what they're buying for them, but it's an adult buying it, so they're not going to say no.
Yep.
So that's the problem. You have parents just codifying their kids by buying them whatever, just to get them off their back or to make them shut up or go to their room, whatever the reason why they do it. So these companies are making money hand over fist, and they're just spewing out the same old thing because they don't have to make changes. You know,
I will say that that hooker is very elusive in that game. Just saying. It is not appropriate for a 9-year-old, but we have tried to fetch that hooker before just to be able to say we trumped it, and she is very hard to get. But yes, not an appropriate kid game.
Yeah,
I won't argue with that.
I understand that. It said teen at the top on the box, but the dad just bought it because that's what the kid said he wanted, and they don't read the box. They just buy it and give it to their kid. I mean, how many kids have you seen walking through the store in the cart on a $900 phone?
Yep.
Well, this is where parental involvement is paramount. Is paramount in media today, whether it be video games, movies, social media. This is where, no matter what's on the spectrum the parent is, whether they are a gamer, a movie fanatic, this is where America has kind of gone wrong. We've done an injustice to our children. We really, we absolutely over-sexualize things, and I can make jokes all day long, but when it comes down to it, parental involvement.
Okay. Marcelo wishes to say something.
Oh, well, thank you, Larry.
I've got something big here. Everybody give me a second. All right. I was watching Steven Crowder today. They just came back from their summer break.
Fine. I'm going to turn on my
One
video
of the
too.
people that was on there was talking about the fact that they were in Florida, went to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there with his wife and his kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they're bebopping along on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks by this man and his daughter, who was at the most 13.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what that 13-year-old was wearing as a bathing suit?
I don't want to know.
Probably a thong.
Neither do I.
I don't want to know.
That's it. Say it again, Miss Janet.
A thong, which I don't even wear. I've never worn.
Okay. Just
That
warning
is
to
a
everybody.
crime against humanity.
If you ever see me take off my glasses, you're about to get snapped.
Yeah, I'm the same way. When I get serious, I take off my glasses.
See,
I know, but this is why I just don't wear underwear, and then we can just solve this whole thing and squash it.
Alice?
No comment.
Hold up. Relax.
Now, the reason why
Let Marcelo speak. He's been wanting to speak for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, actually, the last 10, but who's counting? Richard, this is probably a conversation for another time. It's a serious conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to see this conversation on other channels. It's probably not going to get populated by people who have a diverse yet open set of views and be able to come to an understanding with each other. So I say maybe for a different fireside, we have this conversation, but maybe not quite tonight.
Yeah.
Right now, I've got 15 people in the YouTube.
And that's what I'm saying, because
Now, the
now
reason
that you
why,
now
the
that
reason
you
why I'm
did this,
bringing this up is quite simple. I have my little sister has 2 sons and a daughter. I went out and I bought the My Little Pony role-playing game for my niece and my sister and my older nephew, so they can have game nights where they're playing a role-playing game together around the table. But I've also been getting it when my youngest nephew, he got me into video games because he came over because their air conditioner broke during the middle of the summer. And so he came over to exist in my air conditioning because he's like, Uncle Alvin cannot live without air conditioning. So I'm going over to Uncle Alvin's house to go hang out in the air conditioning. So he came over here and saw I had a gaming rig on my desktop sitting right over there where Alice and Crazy sat when they came to visit. And he noticed, because it was a big game at the time, was Jedi Fallen Order. And he goes, "You've got this game?" And I'm like, "Yep, it's on there if you want to play it." And he started playing my video games. And he was able to get me back into playing video games. And Laura Jane made the statement that she worries about video games for my niece and finding game, because my niece at the time was not, she was barely a is it a tween that they call it before you hit your teenage years?
Yes.
Is that the new terminology? Well, she just started middle school. I think she either just started middle school, she just started high school. I can't remember which. I can't remember. No, she just turned 16. That's right. So she just started high school. In fact, she's starting junior ROTC when the school year starts this year. So give me a second. Okay. All right. Fine. So I started checking out video games that she could play. I went and I bought the Disney game Dreamline Valley, so I could make sure it was a game that she could play and not have any bad stuff in it. And I started playing all these other games, looking for what we could get on Steam so she could play video games with my nephew, Logan. And so far that's been working. But that's because I'm taking the time to go play these games first to make sure it's what the kid should be playing. And unfortunately, there's, just like when it comes to voting right now, we've gotten ourselves into a situation where we're blindly trusting our politicians. And we've gotten ourselves into a situation where, they won't publish a video game and market it to kids because that has something inappropriate in it. But anybody who's been keeping track of what's been going on in schools and the type of books that they've been putting in school libraries, you can pretty well tell that's not how it's been. We've been operating as parents, adults, let's put it simply, as adults, we have been operating on cruise control for far too long. And it's scaring me that we've been doing that for
Richard,
too long.
Our son of Mars has gone back into the shadows. Maybe if he returns, we need to hear what he has to say.
Oh, I know that it seemed that we were off topic.
Well, it's not just about being off topic, Richard. It's this particular topic is not appropriate given the context of tonight's subject matters.
True. I was trying to keep tonight as light as possible.
And I'm very proud you have. Actually, I'm actually extremely proud that you have, Richard, because I know what this day means to you. I know that you are still conquering battles from this day, and I'm so freaking proud of you. And I love that you are doing what you do best and bringing people together on this day. So I know we're off topic, but
well, I'll get us on topic.
This particular subject matter, you want to keep things light, but this particular subject matter is not light. There is nothing light about this.
True. Well,
I firmly recommend we move on.
Get back to the likeness. Since Miss Janet probably doesn't know what this today means, it's the 23rd of July, 2008. Still ain't ended yet. This is the day I died. In fact, 18 years ago, it's been 18 years. I was dead for over 40 minutes. And there's that. The 26th of July, I was dead for 20 minutes and 10 minutes. I died during the coma. Not exactly sure how long I was dead for, but found out my dad, who was an Army man, knew profanity I, as a Navy man, did not know. And I'm still hurting over that one. He knew words I didn't know. And I take pride in my profanity. And the fifth and last time I died was almost a month later at the on the operating table there at the VA in Asheville when my appendix exploded. And yes, I celebrate my death day because I begged and I pleaded not to get sent back. But I kept getting told that there was something only I could do and I had to come back. And he kept sending me back. Fifth and last time I died, he said, Richard Alvin, I know I made you to be stubborn, but this is getting ridiculous. And he's not let me die again since. And before we got started, both Casey and Wavo told me that they were grateful that I'm here. And privately, each of you have said this to me. And to all of you out there in the chat, know this. You make the pain worth it. I am physically in pain 24/7. Having your legs bolted back on and relearning how to walk was a very, very painful experience. The acupuncturist that I've been seeing, today was my third appointment. And believe it or not, it's helping a lot. In fact, the swelling in my right leg has gone down almost entirely. You can actually see the definition in my leg and my foot. And you can ask Crazy and Alice just how bad the swelling got when they came to come visit.
Facts, ladies and gentlemen, facts. And as a medical professional, when I worry, things are getting real.
And I created this channel to share what we love with each other. I created it to where people of differing opinions can come together, have their conversations, and disagree and agree to disagree and still be friends and still love each other. Because to me, when I died and I was on the other side, I felt safe, loved, and at home. Let me say that again. I felt safe, I felt loved, and at home. I want this channel to be a place to where people can come and feel, if one of those three, to feel either safe, feel loved, or feel at home. I want us to get back to that point where when I was growing up, you could have friends that massively disagreed on politics or religion or any other subject, like Steelers or Cowboys, Bengals, the Bears. Didn't matter. You could disagree. Every once in a while, you might end up getting into a fist fight out in the parking lot, but at the end of the fight, you came back in and bought the next round. I want us to get back to that. I want us to be the kind of culture and society that we used to be, where we don't focus on what makes us different, but on what we all share. And that's a love. At one time, pop culture brought us together. As a little kid, Saturday morning cartoons was the one thing that was able to get all the kids in school to sit around and talk about which cartoon they watched that weekend and tell us what we missed because we were watching one of the other two channels. You kids nowadays don't know how lucky you got it when it comes to cartoons. But yes, today's my death day. Got another death day coming up on Sunday. And I'll probably end up seeing if I can try to wrangle in anybody who wants to pop in and help me celebrate my second death day. And so yeah, there's that. And Zachary just showed up and he said he had a blood test today. I hope it went well. I hate having blood tests. Oh God.
I have trypanophobia.
I'm terrified of needles, but I've been in so much pain. I've gone to an acupuncturist and having needles stuck in my back to try to help lessen the pain, and it's been working. And the reason why I have a problem with needles is one of those things of that happens after you've gone through 3 weeks of them sticking needles on down your back trying to find out everything you were allergic to because you had such a really bad allergic reaction to standard painkillers, and they were like, oh, this isn't good, and the Navy ends up spending buku amount of money to find out what you're allergic to. It's one of the reasons why I've got I had a really good security clearance until I married an English woman. Oh, the only thing you missed, Marcelo, was me talking about why I was trying to keep today's show lighthearted and ended up veering off into a serious topic without meaning to.
It happens.
Anyway, Marcelo, something you wish to say, or did you manage to make your point?
No, I worked it out when I went to put some chicken soup back on the pot to warm up for the old man. And I just kind of worked it out in my head. The only thing I could say is that the topic we were on 10 minutes ago is important, but I think it bears a little bit of bearing out at another time.
Yeah, it's way too heavy for today.
Maybe we can do it as a deep dive, talking about how
Tim has a point. The echo started to give me a headache.
Yeah,
true. And I think, I could be wrong, that right now, the thing that really deserves our attention is how Nintendo and Sony have totally fucked us all up. I'm sorry. There, I said it.
And bear in mind,
I know there's ladies present, and a gentleman should not use such language in their presence, so I apologize.
Bear in mind, Sony is the same company who, not a couple of years ago, mocked Microsoft for doing the same thing they are doing with Xbox.
All right, Casey, can you do me a favor and read the highlighted message here? Casey, I guess he can't hear me. All right, Wayvote, read Tim's message for everybody.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Tell us more, Tim.
But yes, I can't get over the fact that these big corporations that have gotten so big, they think their shit don't stink. And the hypocrisy of it is going to slap them in the face when it bounces back on them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like with what happened with Nintendo and the Japanese patent office basically slapping them down, saying, "We said no." Psh, psh, psh. And they still want to go out and do it. It's silly. It's just plain silly. And it's what is our then we had the Jimothy the Racoon.
Yeah, we had Jimothy the Racoon. We had my other Nintendo update. I don't remember what all we had. Hang on, we checked the.
And then the last thing to hit is the EU Parliament's resolution to recognize Christianophobia.
Yeah.
Thanks to all of the anti-Christian hate crimes that's been going on around the world.
Yeah, that's going to be the only real serious topic we will be discussing today.
And so Jimothy the Racoon, for those who haven't looked into this, it's a raccoon born with an extremely short spine. And he's become extremely popular in Seattle. He's gone viral. And the woman that started the whole thing, who named him Jimothy, who started this, I don't know about you guys, but it's cute watching this little raccoon doing his thing. And for those of you who don't know what it's like being disabled, seeing an animal that's disabled and it's not limiting them is chef's kiss perfection to me. It's one of my favorite comedians is Brad Williams. Have you guys ever, you know who he is, right? The little the dwarf comedian, and he married a normal sized Asian martial arts woman, and they had a daughter just recently, and the daughter is just like him. And he was talking about the fact that everybody in her family and his family was cool with it. It was just one of it was just her best friend, Carol, that was causing problems with the fact that their baby. Yeah. Yep, exactly, Tim. I've seen kids in wheelchairs using their wheelchair without a care in the world. Exactly. That being disabled is not the end of the world. It just isn't.
Richard.
Yes, you've got things you overcome, but it makes you stronger in the end. Isn't that right, Casey?
Well, I would have to say this, Richard. There is one way that being disabled can be, to use the analogy a minute ago, the end of the world. There's one way and only one way. And that is if you allow it to be. It's like everything else in life, my brother. It's like people today are so butthurt because one little thing goes wrong and they all identify with that one thing that goes wrong. But when it comes right down to it, the thing that they're so upset about doesn't actually define them unless they allow it to. I mean, if I allowed the only benchmark that the only thing people to see was that I was disabled, I would never have gotten through college. Hell, I would never even gone to college. The thing is, you can't let it stop you because the minute you let it stop you, they've already won. All the people that make such a big deal out of it will already win if you don't try. I mean, I've failed miserably at a lot of things I've done in life, but that never stopped me from trying.
Bingo. And this little raccoon, it just chef's kiss, man. It's just awesome, and it's making me. It's proving a point, you know. The only thing that's going to limit you is you.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if I could have actually had a raccoon like that, I would go out and I would go out to all the best garbage cans in town and make sure that little guy had as much to eat as he fucking wanted.
And Tim here says there are some who use it as a get out of jail free card, being disabled.
No, I don't in any way dispute that, and they are some of the most reprehensible people in my opinion. But I can't live their lives for them. The only thing I can do is try to be the best example of what I think a disabled person should be that I can. Anybody else that wants to do it differently, that's on them. Because what will happen in the end is also on them.
All right, before she leaves, I'd like Miss Janet to tell everybody where they can they can find her.
I have my own channel called Janet from Another Planet. I'm also on X under the same name, and I'm on Rumble as Janet's Universe, and the different things and I'm on Kick. I'm also on TikTok. I'm on a lot of different channels, but tonight I'm having a show called After Hours, and I'm going to have 2 people on there that have been working with Congress about the whole COVID vaccine stuff. And Dawn has come up with some supplements for people to take to help them clean their blood out and stuff like that, and to help them, over the illnesses they might be having problems with. But that's tonight. And then tomorrow night I'll have the Friday Night Shit Show on my channels, and then on Saturday I'll be playing Pathfinder on Bruce's game, Bruce Lombardi's channel, and then Sunday we do a girl and guy in a movie. So movie review. So I'll be real busy with that. But thank you very much for letting me join you guys, and I thank you, Richard, because ever since we first started talking, we're both military, and I'm a military brat, and I really respect you for being a veteran, and I'm thankful that you've joined my show a few times, and I think you're a wonderful person.
Thank you.
You should keep fighting for what you believe in, and don't let anybody keep you from having your own beliefs, no matter
Well,
what.
Miss Janet, anytime you want to come on, you've got a place here by the fire. All I ask is grab a couple of handfuls of the Kit Kat bars that we got over there in the bucket.
Okay.
Because if you don't eat them, Huevo's going to eat them. And he's already bought his dentist a yacht. So
Hey, I was going to send some of those to the Racoon.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna have to stick Warriavo on a GOP one, and we don't want to have to do that because we don't know the long-term research. Janet, if you ever want to talk about GOP ones,
Kim suggests getting King Dolphin up here.
Oh, that
would be interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, if you can get a hold of King Dolphin and ask him if he'd like to join, anybody is welcome to come on.
I have no way of getting in touch with King Dolphin.
Well, anybody who wants to come on, you're more than welcome, because as far as I'm concerned, this is all about having an open dialogue. Mm-hmm. I want us to talk about what we love. It's by talking about what we love that it shows why it matters to us. That we're not coming from a place of hate when it comes to how we don't like Star Trek Discovery. It's the fact that we love Star Trek, and we just don't like how this is coming across. It really sucks because I wanted to like it because it had good special effects, it had good production value, it had some of my favorite actors and actresses in it. But the storylines, I just couldn't get behind them. And what is it? All right, hold on. All right, see, you're on screen. Now, are you going to stop coming and being a butt? Are you going to stop being a butt? Okay, good. Now go on. All right, sorry guys. Little butt had to be a little butt. But
yay, Kraken moment.
Yep.
Oh, Marcelo is trying to speak.
Yeah, but nothing's coming out, and he's.
I think his mic is muted.
No, his mic isn't muted, unless he's muted it on his own.
Muted. It's just me. I'm just trying to be. And I was just going to say, Richard, I'll reach out to Ray and Sandra.
Okay.
I'll reach out to Ray and Sandra. But thank you, Janet, for joining us. Richard, I blame you for keeping her from us. Yeah. Next up, there's more to talk at the fireside for next week, because, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new season of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds that just dropped today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Excuse me, we have what to watch? What to
We
review?
have Star Trek Strange New Worlds that just dropped. The
Wait,
first
did we drop our
episode.
Paramount? No, wait, we
mean
still have Paramount.
Star-
Okay.
Okay,
You
it
mean
dropped.
Star Trek, Strange New Barf?
Exactly. The point is, one of the things I would say is perhaps, Richard, for next week we have Jill come and join us.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Okay. And let's let's look at to say that we can have a rolling fireside on different topics, not just the stuff that's happening to us. Because we don't have to be scripted, but we also don't have to be necessarily off the cuff, because that's why we have Down the Hole.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, we go down and up and in and out of all sorts of holes on that show.
Yeah. And I meant GLP ones, but my dyslexia, and we've been watching a lot of political stuff, might have made my little brain cross it over. Just gonna clarify. I'm not that belligerent on this topic.
Now, I have to say, what is GLP? Is that like a BLT, like a sandwich?
Well, usually if you eat you BLTs and you gain the weight, then you need the GLPs because you become diabetic. I told you, you guys know my dyslexic brain, too many letters.
Jason, do me a favor. Tell Mary Stone whenever the two of y'all want to do another Let's Talk Doctor Who to get in touch with me so we can set that up.
Oh my God, I miss Mary so much. Jason, tell Mary Alice sends her love. I miss her so much and her kookiness.
Yes. Nutshell. Your stomach makes a particular hormone when it feels full. In some people, that function inside of your stomach doesn't work normally. That happens with diabetic people and other people who are overweight. Okay? What that GLP drug does is it substitutes into your system so that it basically tells you, stop eating, Warravo.
No.
And that's all that stuff does. Okay? The
Wavo,
thing
we
is
had
this.
a message from File 13.
Yeah.
Hey, Wavo, nice shout out last week. You should also change your name to Plan B Survivor.
Plan B.
Probably. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. The thing is, to Alice's point, though, is that because it's synthetically manufactured, it doesn't precisely work the way that your stomach would normally generate it, because it's actually your stomach that generates it. And one of the things that they're finding, not to get too deep into the subject, is that your body becomes accustomed to it like it becomes accustomed to any opioid. And I'm going to leave that right there.
And thank you, Marcelo, because you just slayed that. Thank you.
All right. Next up is the second Nintendo update we've got.
Yep. So, y'all might remember months ago, I had mentioned that Nintendo had sued the U.S. government over the tariffs and all that, hoping to get some money from it. Then the Nintendo fans came out basically saying, "Hey Nintendo, give some of that money to us." Nintendo has responded with a big fat fuck you. They basically said, quote, the consumers, quote, received exactly what bargained and paid for. Basically, they raised the price of the Switch 2, supposedly in response to the tariffs. Then, I don't know if they're actually going to be getting any money or not. I haven't read that deep into the tariff thing. But their response to the class action lawsuit filed by the fans was, no, we're not giving you any money. And they have requested that the class action lawsuit be dismissed. I don't think we have gotten a response on that regard yet, but that is where it stands right now.
So basically, Nintendo is suing to get tariff money back, and saying that they had to charge their customers extra money to cover it. And then the customer's like, oh, cool, we're going to get some rebates back. And then Nintendo comes out and says, screw you, we're keeping all this money. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. That's...
Yeah. Hang on a second. Alice and Crazy, try muting for a second. Test.
Yep, it's
okay, it's Alice and Crazy's side.
All right.
Wait. All right, let's. Wait. Do you hear it now?
Test. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, it's still there. It's not as bad though. But what gets me about Nintendo
has always been anti-consumer, but it has gotten worse in recent decades.
Well, this is one of those things. I mean, if you keep pushing this shit and keep acting like a dumbass, you're cutting your nose off to spite your face, and you're going to turn the customers against you no matter how good of a product you're putting out. If you keep treating the customers so bad, they're going to basically finally one day say, I've had enough, and walk away.
Summarize it with a single sentence, Richard. What does Doomcock always say?
Get woke, go broke.
No. Without respect, we reject.
Exactly. And one other thing that pisses me off about this, I already know companies that have caused people to say, I've had enough, and walk away, even though the products that they were putting out were products that the people really, really preferred over other things, you know? And like Tim says here, I'm a capitalist, but not like this. This isn't capitalism. Capitalism is where you make a product. You care about your customer base, because you know the only way you're going to get their money is by selling them something they want. It's all about the relationship you have with your customer base. When you treat your customer base badly enough, they're going to finally get fed up and walk away. Yep. History has proven this over and over and over and over again. It's how you destroy a brand, is exactly what has been happening for the past decade. Be it Hollywood, be it the TV shows, with what Nintendo and Sony are doing right now. And Tim, I totally agree. We need another Teddy Roosevelt trust buster come up. We have allowed too many companies to keep merging and making super companies that are creating these monopolies. It's the one of those things about Sony doing its thing that's got what country was it again that's talking about suing Sony if they decide to go completely digital?
Let's see. Currently, we have the UK, the Netherlands, and Mexico suing them.
France wasn't one of them. I thought France was.
I hadn't heard about that. As far as my knowledge goes right now, it's the UK, the Netherlands, and Mexico. Well, specifically a company in the Netherlands, but yes.
All right. Because if they do go just pure digital, that means you'll only be able to buy it from them.
which means they can take it away from you anytime they want, and you can't say anything because consumer protection, consumer rights laws don't exist yet.
Actually, there's another thing that happens, and it's just as detrimental, Wavo. Not only can they take it away from you, but they can charge you whatever they want to be able to rent it till they take it away from you.
Yes,
Because
Tim
there's
here
no
says-
competition.
Tim says, you buy something, it's yours. They shouldn't be able to take it back unless they pay you back. Exactly. And Orphan Zane is now in the house. How you doing, Orphan Zane? I hope you're having a blessed day on this very, very fun-filled death day. Yay! Because this is my death day. 18 years. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
I have a strong feeling. That this is only the beginning. This is going to be the beginning of a consumer rights suffrage movement, like how we had black suffrage, white suffrage, and we had the LGBT whatever rights movement. I have a feeling this is going to be the next thing. It's going to lead to a whole bunch of legislation in favor of the consumers.
Well, it's about time.
The problem is, how long is that going to take? Because right now, the big corporations control everything. The corporations control legislation. I mean, look at Disney. How many times did they extend copyright laws because of Disney?
Well, the one good thing as far as that's concerned is that they're not going to be able to do as much of that anymore for the simple fact of that they got so big and so sloppy that they don't have the money coming in that they used to. Yes, they do own a lot of companies, but they don't have as much money coming in on the entertainment side as they used to. So there is that to look forward to.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. That was Laura Jane calling. She's going to try to stop in for a few minutes to give us a Skittles update. For those of you who remember when they found Skittles on the side of the road, hopefully we'll have a Skittles update in a minute.
Oh, I hope she's not as Skittle as she used to be.
Oh no,
Yay,
she's
kitty.
doing really good. Believe it or not, Skittles and Zoe have been doing really, really well together. Zoe's not having to take as much of her head meds now, that thanks to having Skittles in her life.
Oh, that's nice.
I knew that cat was going to do something for her the moment I saw the connection they had the day her and Garfield showed up.
Yep.
That was Zobug's project, and I love that they made a connection because animals do amazing things, and I knew they were keeping her. Okay.
Yep. All right. Orphan Zane says, don't you mean in favor of the corporations because they write the bills and hand out the money to Congress? Yeah, pretty much. And here we have Skittles. Uh-oh. Get her back up on there. There we go.
Kitty!
Look how big she's gotten.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look how much friendlier she looks. That is one happy girl.
There she is. There is Skittles.
Oh, my goodness. With your little bow tie.
Hopefully she will stay an itty bitty kitty.
That'd be cool. Because she's so cute this size. So who wants her?
She's already got. It looks like she's already got a bit of a chunk in her belly. She's getting fat.
Well, my critters get fat.
Yeah. She's well fed.
Yeah.
Well fed, well loved.
You should
She
see my
doesn't-
fat husky.
Yeah.
My brother's friend. From,
For
like,
some
Twitter.
reason, I thought you were
I've
going to
met
say
him.
fat
You met him.
husband.
Oh,
I
did you not
mean,
go over there? But okay,
yeah.
well here's Gunner. He's like all fat and stuff.
Hi, puppy.
Oh,
Gunner.
hi, Gunner.
And then
Tell
there's
Gunner-
Fresca.
Yeah. Fresca's the wolf, the itty bitty tiny wolf dog. I mean, look how
Look.
little she is.
She's got coyote in her. Leave her alone.
Hey, does that mean that she's related to Wiley?
Yep.
That's
All I need now is the Roadrunner.
yeah.
But I've been volunteering at a bird place, so as soon as they get a Roadrunner, I will take it.
Aww.
All right. Marcelo is having to take off. Well, he did take off. Okay. But thank you for letting us have a Skittles update.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it looks like. Don't tell Brian, but it looks like we're keeping her.
Aww.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. I got to go cut tomatoes. We're having BLTs.
Yay.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a great night.
Bye.
Alice and Crazy also had to pop off because their internet's acting up. All right.
Mine's been acting up all damn day, too. So,
Yeah.
oh,
Well, they're also, they're up there on the mountain and it's storming pretty bad. So that's
it's worse than down here.
yeah. And but yeah, thank you for popping in to let everybody see Skittles. Also ask there they went. But hopefully Alice and Crazy are going to be okay. Marcelo went to go feed his dad. And our last story is the EU Parliament resolution about Christianophobia. Oh,
Christianophobia.
there she is. She came back. Cool.
I came back because like the kitty before Dustin took the key, like pop. Like, okay, you're done. I want my bacon.
Yeah.
All right. I love you.
Love you too. You be good.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Now, the Christianophobia stuff, they're finally taking it seriously of all the anti-Christian hate crimes that's been going on. And it's wild. Okay, Orphan Zane says, I'm going for a walk, have a good stream, and if I don't make it back before it's over, have a good night. You too, Orphan Zane.
You can always check us out on the rewind, too.
Oh, yeah, and if you ever want to hop on and be part of the panel, drop us a line. I've put the, hold on, let me do it again, just to be safe here, to have the Discord link, a fresh one. There we go. So use the Discord to get a hold of me so we can be able to set up a rotating panel. Like I said, I want people on here to have these conversations. You can agree to disagree and still be friends and still love each other. That's the whole point of this. And anybody's welcome to come on and have a conversation. I love each and every one of you guys. And as I said, I'm celebrating my death day. Y'all make surviving and pushing through the pain worthwhile. That's why I call you my family. It's that simple. Now, the anti-Christian hate crimes that's been going on in all across Europe and Africa, Asia, especially the Middle East, it's getting to a point to where people are actually finally saying they've had enough. Okay. And the Dutch and the Croatian representatives in the European Union Parliament are calling it out and are trying to get this resolution passed to get rid of this unofficial taboo of talking about this anti-Christian hate that's been going on, and that it's actually showing up in legislation in some of the countries in Europe and the UK. I mean, for God's sake, a woman got arrested for silently praying outside of an abortion clinic, and the only reason why they knew she was praying is the cops came up and accosted her while she was standing on the side of the freaking road asking her what she was doing. And she was just standing there looking at the place sadly. And they arrested her and convicted her. Ain't that fucked up?
That is kind of fucked.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just one of those things that I can't get past it. It makes me sit there and go, okay, if you claim to be a free democratic country, why are you arresting people for what they post online or what they say? I mean, the little autistic girl that they sent all those cops in to arrest her because she said, "Oh, that policewoman looks like my lesbian nana." What the
What?
fuck?
And they arrested the kid for saying that?
Yes. And the cops went in and drug her out of the house. And if the woman was just standing, Zachary, the woman was just standing there. She wasn't drawing attention to herself or anything. She was just like, "Oh my God."
If
I
have something to say about this.
Go for it.
Zach, if silently praying in your head on a public road, being quiet and minding your own goddamn business is a fucking public disturbance, then the people who think it is a public disturbance are the ones who need to feel bad or guilty. Because they are the problem. You are the fucking problem.
Because there was no sign, no nothing. She was just standing there silently praying and not drawing attention to herself or anything. If she was out there making a nuisance, that's what public disturbance means.
Zach, if they feel intimidated by someone fucking standing there minding their own goddamn business, they have a fucking problem. As far as the only reason I even put up with your stupid ass is because you're Richard's fucking son.
She wasn't doing anything but standing there. That wasn't making a disturbance. A disturbance is actually doing something, drawing attention to yourself. I get it, Zach. I do. You're not supporting it. But what we're saying is the video of her being arrested, she was just standing there. It looked like she was waiting for a bus. Just standing there.
Yeah, dude, if it's
the cops went across the street and started accosting her, asking her what she was doing. And the only reason why they knew that she was silently praying was they kept accosting her, demanding to know what she was standing there doing. And she says, when I realized what it was, I was making a silent prayer. And then they arrested her for it. That's not being a public disturbance.
I mean, if you're just think of it this way, Zach, it would be like somebody coming up and accosting you just because of what you were thinking.
Yes. And
then saying that because they don't like what you told them you were thinking, it's a crime.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm scared about you being in the UK is if they can go after you just because you've said something in the past that somebody disagrees with, they can arrest you for it. That scares me.
Even if you say you disagree with someone, no matter what the context is, you can be arrested.
Yeah, and that scares me. I'm sorry. I believe that if you want to say something,
like even if like Zach disagreeing with me or me disagreeing with Zach, that's normal. We as humans have the God-given right to disagree.
Yeah.
And none of us are wrong for disagreeing with each other.
All right, Zach, I'm going to say it this way. I know you're fine right now, but I'm a father and I will always be worried about you. No matter how old you get, as long as I'm alive, I'm worried about you. And yes, I believe in freedom of speech, and I also believe that you have consequences of what you say. But when what you say doesn't cause anybody physical harm, and you're not calling for somebody to have violence be thrown against them, what the fuck?
I'll put it this way. Me as a Christian, if I am ever put in a position where I have to choose between obeying human law and obeying God's law, God will always come first. Those two things should not be mutually exclusive.
Now, when you say freedom of speech and freedom of consequence, I have watched people say something that did not call for violence get arrested over in the UK. While I've also watched activists directly calling for physical violence, up to and including, especially including violent murder of an individual, and the police not do a damn thing about it. All because of the political slant of the person making the statements. That's what scares me. Because, believe it or not, that's how the Nazis came to power. That was the type of stuff they were doing. That's what real fascists, how they operated. And
that's Zach's comment right there. Some people just deserve to be taken out. I hate to say it, but I do agree with that sentiment. There are some people that just have no right to exist.
Yes, but
or not necessarily no right to exist, no business existing.
But it's one of those things to where, as humans, we shouldn't be going out there and going out of our way to do it unless we have hardcore proof.
Yes.
Yeah,
That is called playing God. And nobody should have that kind of power.
Well, I've got to come back to what I believe to be a really salient point here, and that is that from what I can tell, from what I've heard, from what we've been discussing, and what I've heard of the incident before this, if the woman's not saying anything, how can she be causing a disturbance? I mean, it's that simple. The cops, the law enforcement officials actually had to go to her and literally force her to say what she was doing. And that was the ground for her arrest.
Yeah, that, like I said, it was insane.
I mean, that's the thing. Yes, there are consequences with things, the actions you take, but in order for there to be consequences, those actions actually have to harm someone. And there's no way that this woman's actions could have harmed somebody. because nobody would have known what she was doing if the cops hadn't forced her to tell them.
All right, give me 1 second.
To answer that one, Zach, it can be through actions. But in this case, there literally was no action. The action was on the part of the police, not the woman.
Yeah, the police are the ones that created the disturbance in that case. The body cams showed it.
But yes, your point, the point you make, Zach, is 100% valid. It is bullshit. It is bullshit sometimes. And yeah, that is exactly how it is.
All right,
and sometimes there's nothing we can do about it.
Exactly. But anyway, Miss Janet forgot to hit the button for the broadcasting to Twitter X, and I'm going to see if I can end it by hitting the remove button here. Fingers crossed, everybody. And once again, to Miss Janet from Another Planet, thank you for coming and being part of the Fireside Chat today. Anytime you want to come back, you are more than welcome to. We love you, and we will talk with you guys a little later. And hitting the remove button now and see if this works. Delete it on Twitter X. Okay, fingers crossed, everybody. Y'all got your fingers crossed?
I have my legs crossed. Does that count?
All right, that worked. Here we go. Let's try it. All right, I think we did it.
Yay!
All right.
I wish we could figure out where that was coming from.
All right. But like I was saying, this whole thing has been going on, and it's really fucking insane. And Levo Bravo Crunchy 22 trousers. I hope everybody's having fun. Oh, shoot. Just one person. Something's wrong. I might have messed everybody up. Well, I think, yeah, everything's acting weird. We went from having like 23 people, now it's saying 2. All right, 11 Bravo Crunchy is about to head to bed, and we're about to call it a night because my dinner is waiting for me. Thank you guys for coming. Before we head out, Casey, you want to tell everybody?
Oh, well, I didn't go anywhere. Thank you again, Richard, for allowing me to be here at Warable. Pleasure as always. To all of the people in the lovely chat, if you should feel so inclined for a good scary story later, you might want to check out my channel, Casey's Creepy Creations. Go in, maybe if you feel like it, leave a subscription, a like, a share, a comment. These things are really important to us because it allows us to keep doing what we do. There is more coming, and I guarantee it. If you have already subscribed, thank you very much. Maybe you could stop by. Maybe there's something you missed, something you might like to leave a comment or a like on. Love you, one and all. And until next time, pleasant dreams.
Yep. And next up, we've got Wavo to tell everybody where they can find his stuff.
Y'all been hanging around long enough to know me. YouTube.com/Warevo or at ToaWarevo01. I do mostly reviews of retro video games, but here lately I've been experimenting with other things as well to see if I can kind of expand on it a little bit. Unfortunately, those experiments don't seem to have been working out too well, but I'm having fun with it. So,
and that's the important part.
Visit
here.
Visit my channel. Like, subscribe. Definitely subscribe to Casey. Check out his content. He has some amazing horror stories.
Yep. And thank you guys for coming and sharing my death day. And
it's an interesting holiday. I'll grant you that.
Well, we've got another one coming up on Saturday. Not Saturday, but Sunday.
So it's your death. It's your death day. Does that mean it's the end of the world?
No, it's just celebrating the day I died, the anniversary of it. 18 years, man. 18 years. Having been to the other side 5 times, and here I am. Like I said, it's been something else. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming and giving me a family that gives me hope and makes the pain worth it, you know?
Right now we need Shrubby to pull up with that gif he always has.
Yep. Well, everybody, thank you guys for coming. Let's go out there and be the positive change we want to see in the world. Because that's the only way we're going to make this world a better place, is by actually going out there and doing something. Let's be the type of people that inspires others to do good. Let's talk about what we love. Share that love. Let people see we're coming from a place of love, a place of compassion, a place of caring, that we don't want violence. But if violence comes to us, we will stand up to it. Because I've had to do that too many times in my past. I've seen what violence does. I've seen man's inhumanity to man with my own 2 eyes, and I've actually had to do it. It's not fun. It's not good. And if I could take on the pain of the world, I would, because I don't like it when other people hurt. I hate it with a passion. So let's go out there and be a positive change in this world to make it a better place. Because if y'all could see yourselves through my eyes, I think this world would be a better place. That you could see why I love all of you so much. The potential I see when I look at you guys. The wonder that each and every one of you possess. If y'all could see what I see when I look at you, I know it would make this world a better place, because if you could just see it, I think this world could be better. I love each and every one of you. Never forget, you're not alone. You're never alone. And you are most definitely loved, because I love each and every one of you with all my heart and all my soul. Y'all be good now. Have a blessed evening. Go out there and be the people I know that you can be, that I see when I look at you. I love each and every one of you. Even you, Shrubby. Even you.